Remembering the Fallen. Warning. The following discusses the events that took place on September 11, 2001. If you're uncomfortable with the discussion of these events, I advise you to proceed with caution. As soon as my eyes were awoken by the sun's rays, I filled my lungs up with a deep breath. As I wiped away the tiredness from the night before, I slipped into my work attire, a knee-length black skirt with a conservative blouse at the top. As I ran out the front door, with just one high heel fully on, I prayed that I would make it to the subway station on time. This is the reality of an ordinary morning for those thousands of Americans on their way to another work day on September 11, 2001. However, without the realization, many would be saying their final goodbyes to their loved ones. This reputational morning would soon become the most tragic day in American history. September 11, 2001 represents the thousands of American lives that were lost far before their time. The elevator motor that was located in the Twin Towers elevator systems symbolizes those people who were unable to escape the horrific events of this day. However, the elevator motors also represent the people who were able to escape the events of September 11, 2001. When visitors attend the 9/11 Memorial Museum in New York City, they are able to view the elevator motor. They are able to reflect as they remember the fallen. The reality of September 11, 2001 awoken Americans to the existence of terrorist attacks that can occur on American soil. The timeline of this day began with the takeoff of Flight 11, where flyers were ready to drink their espressos or even take a quick nap to refresh themselves from their early mornings. However, 15 minutes into the takeoff, Flight 11 is hijacked, beginning the terror of this day. Within the hour, Flight 11 crashes into the World Trade Center between the 93rd and 99th floor. By an estimated time around 8:45, Flight 175 is hijacked along with Flight 77 and Flight 93. By 9:03, Flight 175 crashes into the South Tower, and Flight 77 crashes into the Pentagon. As 10 strikes on the clock, South Tower collapsed, as well as the North Tower 28 minutes after. As the towers come to their premature ends, it becomes clear that the terrors of this day are only beginning. Christopher Young was among the 50,000 Americans that were working at the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001. As it became more evident to Christopher Young that this ordinary day was soon becoming a matter of life or death, he jetted towards the elevator. The elevator carried him a couple feet above the lobby's floor. He forced the elevator's door open, allowing himself to jump to safety. He was able to escape the North Tower 2 to 3 minutes before it collapsed, landing himself the title of a survivor. Each elevator was able to hold around 50 to 60 people, allowing the people inside to be protected by the elevator's walls. According to Christopher, it is still unstandingly difficult for him to visit the 9/11 museum that holds the elevator motor that ultimately saved his life. He is reminded by the events that took place on this day that took so many American lives. The 9/11 Memorial Museum's website tells oncoming visitors the Twin Towers were the first skyscrapers to have a system of local and express elevators, which reduced the elevator travel time. The elevator motor symbolizes the horrific events of September 11, 2001. With each passing year, the memory of those never fades. Each morning before you walk out your door, tell your loved ones how much you appreciate them. Tell them how much you love them. Each time you fill up your lungs with air, be thankful that you were given the gift of today. Be thankful for even the smallest moments in your lives, because you never know when it can ultimately be your last. Live your life for those who are unable to. But most importantly, remember the fallen victims of September 11, 2001.